Good night. Welcome to Skunk House HTV. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook at Skunk HTV. And my name is Nyana. And tonight we're interviewing the legendary painter. You can introduce yourself.
My name is Paul Blackwood.
All right. So we just want to know, tell me about yourself.
Well, Paul Blackwood was born in St. Elizabeth, grew up in Westmoreland. I'm in 1963 on September 1st, that when I was born. So I'm 60 years old and going strong, you know? Yes.
Nice. So we want to know what inspired you to become a painter and how can you describe your unique style?
Well, I started painting from I was going to primary school, but I left primary school and I went to secondary school and was doing some art. And then I remember a teacher found some of our students that was interested in art, Miss Williams by name, and she took us from Westmoreland to Kingston to show us some galleries, you know, to inspire us. But at the time in the 70s, I was that trip kind of let me feel like, no, I can't do this. When I see the artists work, how beautiful they were and how creative, I said, no, boy, I can't do this. But I just forget art and started doing mechanic and stuff like that, and electrical installation. And then after, I just couldn't find my way because I think I was born to be an artist. You see,
Nice.
nothing else didn't really satisfy me until I started painting officially, and I'm in 1982, in June 1982, started painting full time,
Nice.
and I've never looked back.
So what kind of paintings do you like to draw? I mean, paint, sorry.
Paint, yes. Well, I like to paint scenes of the Caribbean, especially Jamaica, because I know I'm a Jamaican.
Part
And
of
I like
Jamaica?
I'm from, well, any part of the island, because Jamaica is so beautiful, man. You stand at one spot, and each time you shift your head, you see a different view to paint. Because Jamaica is just so just naturally beautiful. And I like to capture the Jamaican lifestyle, the culture, the movements of the people, the trees, the rivers, and everything like that, you know. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing that.
So as a kid growing up, did you have any inspiration other painters?
Oh yes, there was an artist by the name of Jerry Dunlop. He's now deceased. I always look at his work and say, wow, I would love to be able to paint like Jerry. And then as time go by, I see Ryan Gray and Ron Woodhouse, Courtney Morgan. Courtney Morgan is the one who actually bring me into art, because as a matter of fact, I should mention, I started painting on the streets of Kingston in 1982 on Trafalgar Road. We actually formed a cooperative called the Trafalgar Artist Cooperative, and you have artists from all over just come and just sit along the wayside under a tree, a lignum vitae tree, and just paint. And we just laugh and chat and just the creative juice just flow and we just paint. Until we form like a cooperative and we're able to do some overseas show. Yeah.
Was painting like a therapeutic, was it therapeutic?
Oh yes, man, it still is right now. It still is right now, believe me. When can I ask my beautiful wife Carleen there, sometimes when I want to paint, when the creative juice is flowing, I can't get to paint, man. It's like I'm haunted, you know. I have to do some of that stuff. So yeah, oh yes. That's what really relaxes the mind, and I'm feeling so excited. And you know, most of all I have to give God thanks. A wonderful talent, man. I'm telling you, I would not trade this anything else in the world. This is just fantastic. This is just priceless and fantastic. I'm a very happy man with my profession. It's like wow.
And so for those that aren't into painting and don't have any knowledge, what?
Well, basically, I like to play with the colors that are natural. You see how Jamaica is beautiful with the greens and sometimes the browns and the purples and the turquoise in the sea. And yeah, I just like to play with those colors because I always try to let my painting be as true to life as possible. You know, sometimes some people don't really want to be looking at the art and they have to be thinking a whole, very long time to figure out what the artist is trying to say or what to do. I like my painting to be easily recognized. People look at it and they say, oh, I remember when I was growing up in the country and we grew up like a thatch house like that, like where I grew up in Westmoreland, 13 kids, 8 boys, 5 girls, like a thatch house in Westmoreland. Our parents taught us to love God first, have manners. Amen. That kept us, and that's priceless. That's not what you leave for your kids, what you leave in your kids that makes a difference. Yes, so it's
sure
just
does.
Awesome.
And if you could explain the challenge, what would be the challenges?
Well, to be honest, no. I told people that some person will ask me when they see the work, which university you studied. I keep saying, no, I'm a self-taught artist. I learn on the street. And I said, what? Because it's my inspiration and my source is from God. Yes. And He takes care of everything.
Do you know how to draw? Because I know drawing and painting is...
Yes, I do a little. That's why I started out doing a little bit of drawing first, and then I stepped into painting. And now I can't draw much. I just love to paint.
And do you have any paintings, any exhibits? Or?
Well, I've done quite a few exhibitions and quite a few countries in the Caribbean, North America, England, Holland, and in the Caribbean too, like in Antigua. I did exhibitions in Antigua too. Yes. So and they have quite a few collectors across the world who purchase the art. You know,
Famous?
yes, like Roberta Flack. You know Roberta Flack, very famous artist, and you have William Clay, who used to be a congressman. You have Shirley Ralph, who is a Jamaica premier actress, you know, and quite a few other persons. You know, it's there on my website. Some of the collectors who have collected the art over the year.
And for that, would like to buy your website?
Oh yes, it's paulblackwoodart.com. The Paul Blackwood Art, one word. .com. That's where you find my artwork and profile and stuff like that about me.
And I'm something August.
Yeah, we normally have exhibitions all over the world to celebrate our independence, you know, because, you know, Jamaica, I don't know if you've ever been there, but I invite everyone who have never been to Jamaica, please, the doors are open. And my tagline for my country is, once you come, you will know. So once you reach Jamaica, you will know why I said to come. It's just fantastic, man. I mean, that persons come once and they keep coming back every year, sometimes 3, 4, 5 times. Yes, it is that captivating, relaxing. If you want to really relax, come to Jamaica.
I'm coming. I am going. One more thing. Describe a specific painting that holds a special place in you.
Oh yes, I have a painting, a very small piece I did from 2010. It depicts mother and child. My mom and I had a very close relationship. We used to do some crazy things together. Cook and make some patties, and we go sell it at the market. And mom would just ask mom and dad, them people they buy, them people they make again. Ask some people, man. And I went to bed one night and I was just lying and I couldn't sleep. I was just thinking, mom died in 97. I was just thinking, thank you. I was thinking of, I want to do a painting with mother and child. And this painting kept coming to my head, you know, and my God, I could have had to sleep. I had to wait until morning comes to start the painting. I have it still, it's close to my heart. I have it, I refuse a lot of offers to buy that piece, but I have a lot of sentimental values to me right now. So I don't know who really can pluck it out from me, you know, but it's my favorite piece, mother and child.
You have children?
Yes, I have 2 beautiful daughters. I have Kaishani and Shari K.
Have anyone following your?
Yes, Shari K seems to be. She says she wants to be an artist. Yeah, she paints very well, but she's more an abstract artist. Yes.
For those that don't know what an abstract artist is, explain.
Yes, abstract art is more like, you know, it's not as easily recognized as like, say, a landscape. You can say, oh, that's a tree and that's a river and that's a stone in the river, a man fishing or something. It's more like you have to really look into the painting to kind of see something, or more to try and figure out what the artists were thinking about when they were painting the painting. You know?
And I know that you said she's an abstract
painter.
She
do abstract.
What would you?
Well, I would say I'm a true to life artist because I always say I don't want a painting to be a mystery. But I do abstract sometimes, but it's seldom. You know, when inspiration flows, I'll do some abstract. But I mostly landscape. I love to do country houses because I was born in Westmoreland, the country. And the country houses, and then I realized people are not making those houses anymore. I like to captivate that old Jamaica, keep the history and the culture going with the art.
I had asked that because I was wondering, being as though she's the abstract painter, can you guys collab?
Oh yeah, sure. Comes when I give her ideas and she give me ideas. I said, no, daddy, don't do that. And so of course she does. And she's so good. So I remember I did a show in Atlanta and I took a piece for her, and that was the only piece sold on the show. Very Kaylin piece. Yeah man, she's creative, very creative. I must tell you, she's very creative. Right. Yes.
The highest painting, what's the highest you?
That one is a tough one. I'd have to go way back in the memory to remember that piece. I mean, there cost for it and stuff like that.
Oh, all right. So when you first sold your first piece,
oh wow, my first piece of painting, I got it $150 Jamaican dollars in June 1982 on Trafalgar Road in New Kingston. And I remember carefully. I took half of that money. I opened an account with a particular Bank of Nova Scotia, which I bought a lot of my painting in Jamaica, and started an account which is still there in New Kingston, and the rest I used to buy paint and material to start a painting.
Have you ever been turned down?
Oh yes, man. From a painting? Oh, not really, no. I thought you mean like from galleries. I remember taking the painting to a particular gallery and I was told that no, Blackwood, the painting ready for gallery standard yet. And I used that phone to build a bridge. I didn't get discouraged. I went and started to paint, and I lived to see that gallery just hunting me down, wanting my painting in the gallery. Yes, because, based on how I grew up, negative things don't really affect me that much, So I use the negative sometimes and turn to positive.
So with your painting, have you ever had an artist block?
Artist block? Not really. Not really. Sometimes I sit along again. I remember there was a time when I sat around the canvas. And yeah, I couldn't just, but there was no inspiration. I wasn't in Jamaica, and that's the key. When I'm outside of Jamaica, man, it's very difficult to paint because the inspiration doesn't flow as free. When I'm home, oh my God, inspiration doesn't flow like, if I hear about Duns River, I flow like Duns River Falls like that. So when I'm outside of Jamaica, sometimes I have blocks, that I don't feel comfortable to paint something. And if I'm not inspired, then I can't paint. Yes.
So is there anything you have for any basically upcoming paintings?
Oh yes, sure. Because
any advice?
Yes, sure. I know for sure that a lot of youths are there because the largest cemetery is where unused talents are buried. A lot of these guys are creative, but they are afraid to step out, or they fear that they might not make it, because there's so much brilliant artists like what happened to me in the early 70s, and they just don't try. But I would encourage anyone who have any form of creativity in you, just express it on canvas. It's a nice way to express yourself. Now don't worry about making a lot of money today because this is a process. Once you become an artist, teaches you patience. Have to have patience. Patience to paint the work, patience to get it framed and to get it sold. Sometimes you might have a piece for years and don't sell it. But it's mean that teaches you patience and gratitude. Because the truth is that my source is not my art. My source is God. That's where that make all the difference in my life. God is my source in everything I do. I say God first. But I don't worry about anything. I just paint. As the Lord inspires me, I paint and He'll take care of the rest.
So come.
Yes.
Like natural?
Yeah, well, I just thank my friends were Albert and Marcia Deans, who responsible for getting me here this evening to be a part of this interview. And I do appreciate the gesture. And my dream is to do more art, create more art. Sometimes I use things around the house. So my latest now to paint and coconut shells. You see, coconut, back when we used a lot of coconut, to make cook. My wife's a very, very, very good cook, Carlene over there, who is smiling, yes. And I remember one Sunday I came from church. I can tell you the story. Came from church. Yes. I was in the kitchen doing something in the kitchen. And I said, Lord, I've been painting now for 40 years and I need an idea. And would you believe it? Within 2 hours, the Lord just said, coconut shells. Yes. And that was in February this year and I started it. And man, everybody see them like them. Yes. Because what happened, we normally just break the coconut out, the coconut and just throw it in the bin. Trash. Yes. But now I'm using it to produce art. I do landscaping it, I do semi-abstract. Sometimes I do collages too, because I like to put zinc, wood and thread onto the canvases. So when you look at the painting, it look real. Yeah, like the real barbed wire fence and stuff like that. So I try my best to let it be as real as possible. Yeah, but I would like everyone to have a piece of the coconut shell in their collection. It's a collector's item, Yeah.
So what's next?
Well, my next move is go back to my beautiful island where it's warm and nice. It's very cold here in New York City. Yes, and I have quite a few exhibitions coming up for the holiday for the rest of the year. I have the Potters Fair in Kingston, and I have Kanuka down in St. Anne, and I have Arts at Devon House, and quite a lot of shows until 2024. Yes. Every week I have a show to do. Yes. Well, I just like to speak about my father, who's the Heavenly Father, who I can't live without him. He's my inspirator. He does basically everything. Everything I want to do, I pray about it. Ask the Lord for direction. Once him say go, I just go and just leave it. Sometimes it look like but God didn't go work out. But that's when faith comes in. You have to just step out by faith. And it always works out, man. You have a way to do things. I don't know if you guys believe in the Father. I believe in the God, but trust me, sometimes it just keep blowing my mind over and over and over again. It's just awesome. Yes, and I'm comfortable. I'm one of the happiest person alive today because I have Jesus Christ in my life. Yes, very happy. I don't worry about the things that's going on around, the stresses of this life. No, man, I just take it to the Lord in prayer and leave it there, and I'm good. And I have a beautiful family, my beautiful wife. December we celebrate 32 years, and 2 beautiful girls, and my 12 siblings. Yes, and we all alive. Life is awesome.
Have your siblings? Yeah,
well, 2 of my brother, Radcliffe and Josiah, but they don't do it professionally. I am the only one who take it up and run with it and do it professional. And trust me, it's the best job on the planet. For me, I don't know about for anyone else, but for me, it's the best job on the planet, man. I'm very happy. I am very, very happy with my work. It's just mind-boggling. And I say, thank you, Lord. Yes.
Well, have any non-profit organizations?
Well, there are quite a few I supported, like the AFJ, the American Friends of Jamaica, the Mustard Seed Foundation, and most of the high school alumni in New York and in Florida, I support them. You know, anything to do to give back to my country. Because you know, in Jamaica we have a lot of challenges, a lot of wonderful things, but we all have challenges. But I always like to give back because it gives such a nice feeling to give back. It's volunteering work is an awesome thing. I'd encourage anyone who at home and bored, just get out and do something. Just help somebody. The volunteering is very good deed. Yes.
So are you in the process of painting something?
Well, not right now. I can't think. It's too cold. As soon as I reach back to Jamaica, I can guarantee you that the juice will be flowing. Yeah, but I have a lot of stuff to do when I go back. You know, a lot of stuff to do when I go back. You know, I'm looking forward to jump on the canvas. And my wife inspires and I paint.
Nice.
So we are a team. You know. Yeah, we are a team.
Being a team important.
Oh yes. Oh, yes. And it's nice to have support, you know, but you need the base. While I paint, she prepares something for me to eat and make sure I'm well fed. Because I said to her, when you're painting, you see that the painting make you hungry. Make you hungry after it. I'm serious. I don't know if it's the paint that make you hungry so after, but with the painting, she just feels so hungry. She always there to support, you know, and I'm grateful for that, man. It's just awesome and priceless. A beautiful wife and supportive wife, loving wife, caring wife, loving family. Family is everything for me.
I see you over there with that big smile.
Big smile.
Funny.
Yes. Family is everything for me. You know, parents taught us that, so it live on in our hearts. Family.
Well, break now. So we're back with Mr.
Paul Blackwood.
Yes, the painter. So, we have another question for you. Can you recall a time when a viewer interpreted your art in a way that surprised you?
Well, I remember I had a painting at, in Montego Bay when you used to have jazz and blues. There's a lady came to the show and came to my display. There's a painting I had there. It was an abstract piece, but what I was depicting in the painting was just smelling the rose. Like sometimes in life we tend to think beyond our horizon when all we need is right under our nose. So that was depicting. That was I was creating in the painting. And the lady came and said, "Look at the fish. Look at the fish." I said, "What? Fish?" And she said, "Yes, it was the fish." And my God, I had to also take the painting down. The lady showed me the fish. I didn't see a fish, you know. And I said, it just like abstract is like that. You, the artist, does something, and some 10 person look and see 10 different things or more. That one really took in my mind. Yes, she said, "Look at the fish, the fish." You know, can't forget that one. You know, very interesting.
And I know that mostly all your paintings should have a title to it, correct?
Yes, I do. It's very important to have a title.
And how do you come up with the names?
Okay, to be honest,
the title.
Most of my titles came up after the work is finished. And sometimes just like a stroke of the brush or one little section of the painting can just give me an idea of what to title the painting. Or I asked my beautiful wife there, "Baby, what should I call this piece?" And she has come up with some very nice, creative, catchy titles, you know. But just one painting I remember though, I know the title before I was speaking about earlier, Mother and Child. Yeah, that's my number one painting. So I had that in mind before the painting was even finished. I had it in my mind, in my head, what I was going to do, everything. So yeah, but most of the times, it's after I'm finishing, and I finish the work, I title it.
And what's your favorite title?
Well, as I said, Mother and Child. Because yes, Mother and Child, because that piece still means so much to me. Especially my mom is gone now 26 years, and sometimes I feel like yesterday I still miss her lovely cooking, her smile, and we look at wonderful things, you know. Yeah, man, my mom was superwoman, you know, real nice lady. Yes.
And when you're in the process of painting, do you have to sit there and look at whatever you're painting, or can you look at it and then walk away and paint what you see?
Well, it happens both ways. Sometimes I go along the countryside and I might take a photo. Sometimes I follow the photograph to a certain dimension, then I switch and put in. Like, for example, I might have a paint with a street, a road. When I'm painting, I turn that road into a river. Or sometimes I can turn a river into a road. So it depends. I can move a tree, put in a tree here and there or something. So it depends on inspiration. But only if a person gave me a commission piece, then I know I can't put in my ideas. I have to capture what the person requested that they want. When I'm just doing my freestyle, I do anything on the canvas. Anything comes to the mind, I just put it to the canvas.
And outside of a canvas, have you ever painting anything else, like a building or street?
I've done painting and murals. But they have an organization in Ganspen. We're trying to kind of one of those tough communities. Group of us as artists, Organ and Bake and Lennox Coke and went from Margaret Bernal invited us to go there and do some painting on the wall to kind of uplift the community. We do murals sometimes, but my number one is on the canvas. I love to paint on the canvas.
So is there anything else that you would like?
Oh, well, just check me out on the website, you know, Paul Blackwood Art. You can always call me. 347-200-0606. And R is there. You can check me on my WhatsApp 876-339-2072. And R is available to share my potential customers and past customers. Because my intention is as much person as possible for a piece of Blackwood art in the home. But I don't always try and let cost be a factor, a major factor. I like to speak with people and share. And sometimes you can feel hard. Person might genuinely love a piece of art but just cannot afford it. Like that inspiration comes from the father who will tell me, say, Pablo, that person is tricking you, that person is serious then. You can work out a nice deal. As I want as much persons to have the art because this is my livelihood. This is my bread and my butter. 41 beautiful years now. Yes.
One more question I would like. When you do, right, what is the hardest part about it? Like, let's say you painting a tree or a person, background or water. But do you have any different?
Well, I would say most. Sometimes like putting in like a subject matter. The painting something, especially when it comes down to figure. I want to catch it right, Jamaicans are very expressive. They want to catch them right. But I do a little of that sometimes. I think I would say that would something like a problem with sometimes, not all the time. Because trust me, I remember I was doing a painting once with a reflection. I was there for hours and cannot get it right. And just went to sleep. Get up the next morning and I can't believe it. It finishes. I said, no, this is ridiculous. So what happened yesterday? Just could not get the reflection right. It's like that, sometimes, that's why it's always nice when you're painting to put it down and step back, take a look, or you just gotta get a nap and come back, refresh the mind, Then you see all what you need to see, all what you need to complete the paint.
Outside of the Caribbean?
Well, as I said, I've been to Europe, been to Amsterdam, Paris, showcase the Jamaican art because our culture is rich, man. It's not just reggae music, A lot of folks say Jamaica, reggae music, sand and pretty beaches. Culture is rich, very rich.